saw me challenge repeatedly throughout the 20 or so minutes that we conducted the interview. Let's play a clip and show you what I mean. How do you explain, as a family, the video that came out last night with your brother within not much time after this incident, walking around unaided, perfectly okay, with no apparent markings to his face? I mean, if you get a broken nose, or the kind of head injury sustainable from having your head smashed on a concrete floor, you're going to have blood everywhere. You're going to have visible injuries. There is nothing. I mean, we're looking at the images now. There's no visible sign of any attack. How do you explain that?
We're confident the medical records are going to explain all of George's medical history.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Toure, that is a clear challenge by me about the veracity of what he's telling me. So what are you talking about?
Well, what did Robert Zimmerman say in response to that? And what did you say in response to his response? I heard you tried. I appreciate that you are among those of us who agree that George Zimmerman said coon on the tape. I saw you try to push him on that issue. He obfuscated and allowed those who want to believe that he didn't say coon, which is rather clear to many of us. You allowed him to sort of prevaricate and say, well, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was a different word, and you allow him to talk about he's the most honest brother. How would that even be quantified? And why is that not challenged? You allowed him to say he was going to Target and not Neighborhood Watch. What are you talking about?
Yes, Toure, calm down. I don't wish to give you a lesson in how to be a professional journalist.
Well, you couldn't do that.
If you let me finish, if you watch the interview back, you will see that I challenge him repeatedly about that particular choice of words that his brother used under his breath, repeatedly, as any professional journalist would do. What is the next part of the interview where you say I didn't challenge him? Remind me.
Well, I've already said several that you allow him to say he's the most honest.
Remind me of some where I did. Remind me of some moments in the interview where I didn't challenge him, because you can very vocal all day about it.
He says that he was going to Target and not on the Neighborhood Watch. I think we've pretty much established that he was on the Neighborhood Watch and not going to Target with his gun.
Tell me, what do you think factually happened, Toure? Because you seem to be abreast of many more facets of information than anybody else at the moment. Tell me what you think happened.
I'm not abreast of any more facets of information than anybody else at MSNBC. We all share the information that is coming into us from multiple sources, so we're all
MSNBC, as has NBC, have all been running clips of my interview without challenging the veracity of the testimony, and nor are they quibbling with the news value of the brother of George Zimmerman going on the record for the first time and giving his version of events. At no stage did I say I agreed. At no stage. Wait a minute. At no stage did I give any sense that I agreed with what he was saying. I challenged him repeatedly about many of the things that he was saying.
You understand as challenging, perhaps, maybe that goes in England. That's not what we do in terms of challenging in America. I saw a person who was saying things that didn't ring true to me, and I would have liked to see him pushed and challenged, more follow-up, more pushback, more research to understand what you're saying does not ring true, sir. And I don't really believe what you're talking about.
Which part of this story do you think I'm not really aware of and not well researched on? Given I've been covering it for a week now, I've interviewed Trayvon's parents.
A whole week?
Interviewed George Zimmerman's brother. I've been running this for a week, and I'm very interested to know which part of the story you don't think that I am fully aware of the facts about.
Well, the story that Robert Zimmerman wants to tell about this beating cannot possibly be true. So yes, you're pushing back a little bit, just a tiny little bit, but when we look at this videotape where he's walking through the Sanford Police Department, it's impossible that his story is true. So at that point, we can't give him a light pushback. We have to give him a much tougher follow-up than that, because his story
Toure, you see, that unfortunately is where you are revealing yourself to not be a professional journalist, because actually from that video you cannot see for a 100% fact that he has or hasn't broken his nose.
You can see quite clearly.
Wait a minute. Allow me to finish.
Allow me to finish. Had a bloody nose in the last 30 minutes. That's quite clear.
Allow me to finish. We do not know if it was cleared up. We don't know this information yet. We also know, thanks to the interview with his brother. Allow me to finish a sentence, Toure. I also got Robert Zimmerman to say categorically that the medical records will substantiate the broken nose. That is a very revealing piece of information. I look forward to seeing that. If they do, exactly. But at least we now know that the family believe the medical records will confirm their story. At no stage in that interview did I say I believed a word of what he was saying. We'll take a short break now. More of my interview with Toure when we come back.